Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the traditional custodian of the land on which we meet today. I pay my respect to elders past and present, and I extend that respect to all Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander people here today. We acknowledge that this land has always been a place of learning, caring, and connection for children, families, and communities. Jingeri Jimbalungs, and thank you for being here tonight. My name is Miss Rocio, and I am the early childhood teacher in this kindergarten room with your little ones aged 4 to 5 years. This presentation is guided by the Early Years Learning Framework version 2.0, which shapes early childhood education across Australia. Tonight, I would like to talk about the role of play in early learning, why play-based pedagogy is so essential for little ones at this age, and how it supports their learning, development, and well-being as they prepare for school. Role of play in kindergarten. In early childhood, play is not a break from learning. It is how learning happens. When little ones play, they explore ideas, test their thinking, and make sense of the world around them in ways that feel meaningful and engaging. Rather than being passive learners, they are active participants in their learning. How play supports whole child development. Play supports development across all areas. It supports social and emotional development, such as learning to cooperate, take turns, and manage feelings. It supports cognitive development through problem-solving, creativity, and sustained thinking. Play also supports language development through conversation, storytelling, and shared experience, as well as physical development through active and hands-on play. Why play-based learning matters. Contemporary research, including work by Robinson and colleagues, show us that learning through play is intentional and thoughtfully guided by educators and teachers. Play-based learning is not unstructured or accidental. Educators and teachers carefully plan environments and experiences that respond to children's interests while also supporting learning goals. This aligns with earlier research by Vygotsky, who explained that children learn best through social interaction and supported play. When educators join children in play, ask open-ended questions, and model language, they help extend children's thinking and understanding. For example, in a kindergarten room, little ones might engage in dramatic play, such as setting up a shop or a community space. While this looks like play, they are learning to communicate ideas, negotiate roles, solve problems, and very important, to manage emotion. We, educators and teachers, support their learning by introducing new vocabulary, encouraging collaboration, and helping children build on their own ideas. In this way, play provides a strong foundation for learning and school readiness and is developmentally appropriate for 4 and 5-year-old children. Challenges of play-based pedagogy. While play-based pedagogy is widely recognized as best practice in early childhood education, implementing it effectively in a kindergarten setting can present some challenges. One common challenge is that play can be misunderstood as being less academic, particularly in the year before little ones transition to school. Families might feel pressure for more formal learning and worry about whether their child is being correctly prepared. Another challenge is that play-based learning requires a high level of professional skill. We, once again, educators and teachers, need to plan learning environments carefully, observe children closely, and intentionally support learning through play. Doing this well takes time, experience, and a strong understanding of child development. There are also practical challenges, such as finding time to document and communicate children's learning through play while balancing daily responsibilities. However, These challenges actually highlight why play-based pedagogy is so important. Research consistently shows that the skills little ones need for a successful transition to school, such as self-regulation, communication, confidence, and problem-solving, are best developed through play. Play-based learning allows little ones to feel capable, confident, and motivated to learn, rather than being rushed into formal instruction too early. It supports not only academic foundations, but also well-being and long-term engagement with learning. My philosophy of play. My philosophy of play is grounded in the belief that little ones are capable, curious learners who actively construct knowledge through play and relationships. In our kindergarten room, play supports children's sense of belonging, well-being, and identity. When little ones feel safe, valued, and confident, they are more willing to take risks, share ideas, and engage deeply in learning. I also believe that play is a right of childhood and that little ones deserve meaningful, respectful, and age-appropriate learning experiences. In practice, my philosophy means creating environments that invite exploration, imagination, and collaboration. As a teacher, I observe children closely and use their interests to guide planning and intentional teaching. I actively join in with your little ones during play, ask open-ended questions, and introduce new ideas and or language to extend their thinking. I also see it as important to document your children's learning and share this with you, their families, so you can clearly see how play supports your child's development and readiness for school. A successful play-based learning environment in kindergarten is intentionally designed to support children's learning and well-being. Research and policy highlights three key elements that contribute to effective play-based environment: the physical environment, the social environment, and the time little ones are given to play. The physical environment includes open-ended materials and flexible spaces that encourage exploration, creativity, and problem-solving. When your little ones have access to materials, they can use it in many ways. They develop independence and a sense of ownership over their learning. The social environment is just as important. Little ones learn best when they feel emotionally safe and supported. As your early childhood teacher, I enjoy building strong, respectful relationships and actively engage in play, guiding learning through conversation, modeling, and shared problem solving. Play also provides valuable opportunities for children to learn with and from one another. Time is a critical but sometimes overlooked element of play-based learning. Kindergarten-age children need extended, uninterrupted time to become deeply engaged in play. When little ones are not rushed, they can think more deeply, solve problems, and experience a genuine sense of achievement and enjoyment in their learning. As an early childhood teacher, I see every day how much little ones learn through play. Through play in the kindergarten years, little ones build confidence, relationships, and a genuine love of learning. And these are the foundations that matter most as they prepare for school. Thank you very much for being here and for trusting the value of play in your child's early learning journey.